So, world of YouTube, back with another video. Maura Murray. And the other day, and I forgot when this came up, but I already covered all this. And for the fact that in my mapping that I did, there was like 30 gas stations that came up. And this is just another insane thing to look into. Because if you type in gas stations near Amherst College, and that's what I did, all around that place got flooded, so it's tough to say. I mean, in this article, of course, it goes on to say law enforcement know, where more stop for gas, and if not, how is that possible? Complication of mapping of possible gas stations. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. But if they're just going on in the New Hampshire area, then someone's ludicrous. Because, like I said, now they said that she was like at a half a tank, I guess, when they found the car. But bear with me. If ain't the kids interrupting, it's the pug. And like I say, Maura's tank was full when it was examined in 2010. Measured full in addition to the gas gauge registering full. Others estimate the Saturn could have gone approximately 12 miles under these circumstances. I had wondered if perhaps the gas tank had been topped off by New Hampshire State Police, but Fred does not seem to remember it being full or nearly full when he initially started it up on arriving. So if that is the case, but he can't remember it being full, then that means Maura filled up before departing Massachusetts, I believe. And to get up in that area, I want to say, you know what? I don't know how good Saturns are on gas. But I know right now I got a V8 engine in a Toyota. If you top that sucker off, it can stay full for a good. I always set my gauge. Oh, fucking bear with me. Oh, back in black. I hit the sack. My butt stinks like mountain crack. Oh, jeez, what the hell? Is this thing on? Oh, man. Anyways, sorry about that. I was singing. I'm going to try out some armchair detective singing. Anyways, in all seriousness, I was talking about every time I fill up for gas, I like to see what the gas is running on my mileage. Sometimes I'll get 335, sometimes I'll get 290, 295 in miles per gallon. Sometimes when I fill the tank all the way up, needle stiff, straight to the top, I'll get, I could get a good 70 miles before the gauge drops, alright? So, however this Saturn was good on gas, which my mother owned one, and she used to do the same thing I do, set the meter, I think, back in the day, but she used to complain a lot about the gas, but of course she passed away December. And like I said, she owned a Saturn. But, I know that the truck I got now, though, sometimes when it's fully, filled, topped off, I get a good 75 miles out of that before it drops a little bit. So, all depends how this Saturn runs on gas. If it was full, she could have filled it at Amherst, somewhere along the lines. Like I say, look up gas stations near Amherst, Mass. And you'll see a lot of gas stations pop up. Of course, everybody wanted to look in New Hampshire. She only got a handful, and then there's some in here that say they ain't even got gas at them. So, but when you do look into Mass, there's a lot down near the border too. So, for this being said, being fully married, yeah, and Fred does not seem to remember it being full. So like I say, yeah, when I did look up some stuff, it did say half a tank or so. Why would she be traveling with only that much gas or something? I don't know. This is why I like to do my things and show the proof of what people are writing. This is what I do. I don't make up stories. I don't fabricate. I definitely am not a fraud. But I do give out thoughts, theories, ideas. And when I looked up gas stations, you can check them out on my other videos. And even look them up yourself. Gas stations near Amherst, Mass. And you'll see a bunch of them. Boom! So, as you can see, they only probably went to the local gas stations in New Hampshire and not anywhere else. Sad, just like the red pickup. Got it, didn't do nothing else with it. So there are bad investigation in this too, so. You know, if she did get money out of an ATM, they know that location. How does anybody don't know that she could have rightfully went to a gas station right after that? It didn't have to be in New Hampshire. So I don't know why everybody keeps... But once again, this is all the stuff, you know, if you want to check it out. Here's a bunch of list of gas stations that they did look up, obviously, and it's all in New Hampshire. Jiffy Mart, Woodsville, New Hampshire, Wells River, Vermont. Huh, the hell? I don't know why. Someone was saying she might have been going that way, but all in all, the red pickup needs to be looked at, like I've been saying, and 12 hours ago on that Reddit, 12 days ago on the Reddit. Just did my last video. There it is. Someone talking about the pickup. But being 2020 and the surveillance tapes. 2009. No, 4. What am I saying? 2004. I don't know, people. All I know is right now my thing is that truck. The gas stations, no way you're going to find anything there. And why would they even bring this up? Like I say, there's more gas stations than just the local ones you got to look at. No one's even thinking about it. Like I said, if you check out my video, I believe it is Maura Murray and gas stations, I believe, something like that. I know I mapped it out. And this is just... This ain't even a handful of places where she could have stopped. This is just ludicrous. I think there might have been one also when I looked it up right along the highway. So why is everybody just keep... that's the problem with these... Everybody keeps just going for the basics. Not looking at everything else. And that just really blows my mind. When you want to catch a killer, you got to think like one. If you want to get possibilities, you got to look at all the possibilities. And that's just not looking up in this area and section for gas stations. It's like it shows here. That's just the P&H truck stop, the mom and pop gas station, not Current, see what I mean? Jiffy Mart, Swiftwater station. I don't believe she stopped at any of those. But, once again, you need to find the truck. The truck. The truck. Hey, look at this guy. I'm getting off of that. That's another thing I found. Back to the gas station. See how everybody just goes backwards. And then they did say in that article that the police did check on numerous things at gas stations, but came up nothing. Because, right, there was nothing there. I don't believe she stopped in any gas station in the middle of New Hampshire. Maybe at the beginning of the border and stuff, but check it out. And it's a waste of time because we need to find the red truck. I've been saying it in my videos for the past year, and that's it. That's what we need to focus on. Hopefully it's still out there. And distinctive oval window now comes up. But to think of where it might be. I know I've got my thoughts and theories and ideas. I mean, the farm 5 miles from the trash scene. The 112 dirt bag. You know? What else? Till the next video, be safe, take care, always beware. You don't know what kind of freak is out there. Cheerio, mate. That was a bad impression. I hope I don't offend no London person out there in the United Kingdom. Let me get this straight before. Well, I do impressions, I do things because I've grown up watching comedy. Eddie Murphy, Tom, what is his name? Jones from Police Academy with the sound effects. I always tried to do that. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, but that's the story behind that. And maybe I'll do a video on that. The comedians that used to be my, favorite. I gotta do that. I got to do a tribute. If it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for music, and not my family I would be dead. I would be dead. Things kept me alive. But sometimes I go get into that sick rage. Sometimes it tries to drag me back in, but I don't say nothing I'm not gonna do. And I've done some crazy stuff that can back me up on my stories, but something must have kept me alive, I don't know. But if I was to say everything that I did, and there's a couple things that I could incriminate myself, and don't worry, ain't got nothing to do with killing someone, but it does got to do with drinking and drinking. Like I say, I don't know how I'm still walking, talking, but I guess I can say, and I got this now. This is what keeps me going. Advocate for the dead. Out.